Welcome Sagittarius to your monthly reading for January. Amani here, and today we'll be exploring some of the themes that are coming up for you in this month ahead. So some of the challenges, some of the insights, the opportunities, questions, difficulties, doubts, all of these things that are coming up for you in January, that's what we'll be looking at. And this video is for everyone who identifies with Sagittarius. So some of you may have it as your sun, your moon, your ascendant, and it doesn't matter if it's not even in your birth chart. If you identify with Sagittarius, then this video is meant for you. So thank you for watching. And so as I mentioned, we'll be looking at some of the things that are coming up in the month ahead. Many of us, with this being January, are looking at the whole year ahead and thinking on our intentions. How can we manifest some of the things that we really have been wanting, our goals, projecting for the year ahead. So we'll be talking about the energies coming up this month, but we'll be centering it all in one question, one intention, which is how can we begin to manifest that which we most desire in the coming month? So if you want to go ahead and sit with that question for a second, reflect a little bit, I'll shuffle the cards and we'll get started. Okay, so what we're going to do here is a 3-card reading to keep it very simple. So the first card is going to talk about the things that are coming up in the beginning of January. The second card will talk about the middle of the month, and obviously the third will talk about the end of the month. So we'll just go through each card like that. Just to get started. So we're starting off with Mars in Aries, and Mars in Aries is going to be the gate. So there may be a sense for you, Sagittarius, that you are opening a very much a new door. So definitely a lot of intensity and a lot of excitement and a lot of force, a lot of motivation. The thing that I'm getting first here, especially this is a question for Aries, definitely a challenge for Aries, and it's also a challenge for you, Sagittarius. It's really managing those energies that are coming up for you, because this is very much a fleeting energy. It's something that burns very intensely, but it's not sustained for very long. So this may be a good time at the beginning of the month for you, Sagittarius, to look at some of the doors that are opening for you and maybe get an idea of what's behind each one of them. Maybe it's one or two major things that are coming up for you. This is a very strong energy. But ask questions about how deeply you want to invest yourself, because some of this will be very difficult to sustain. This is not a sustained energy in itself. So these are things that you will be attracted to, opportunities that will be exciting for you. They may very much bring up a lot of passion for you, and you may feel very motivated to pursue them, but these are not things right now that will continue to sustain themselves. So definitely want to look at how you can do the work to sustain that, because this energy is not one that's going to sustain itself. So definitely just keeping that in mind. And as we come into the middle of the month, we have Uranus and Aquarius. This card keeps coming up and keeps coming up. It's very appropriate for January because it's the path, and in January a lot of us are asking about what path is ahead for us. What are we accessing throughout the year? What's coming up for us? What do we want to do with our goals? And so really with these two energies, this one is going to be talking a lot about that initial drive and that initial push of energy. And this one's talking about how does it sustain itself over the course of your lifetime. So really these things are going to be in question with one another. So anything that comes up in the first part of this month in the middle of the month, you have a lot of opportunities to ask how they continue to stay in your life. So if this is a relationship that really excites you, if this is a new career opportunity that you're just like, wow, this is incredible, definitely those are things that you can pursue, but they do not look the same right now as they will by the end of the month. In another month from now, you may find that the energy that was there at the beginning is not still there. And so that's really what the path is talking about, is asking that question before it becomes relevant, and looking at yeah, if you have an opportunity to travel, maybe there's something that's exciting to you coming up like that, but in the middle of the month you might find that you don't have enough money to sustain the trip all the way through. Maybe you don't have the support of your family, maybe you don't have the knowledge and skills that you will need to continue in that trip. So the initial push is there, but really in the middle of the month there's going to be some pushback, and it's going to say, how does it fit together? How does this fit into your overall life plan? How does it become something more sustained and inspiring every single day in a very full and sincere way? So that's some of the energy that's coming up in the middle of the month. And at the end of the month, we're back at Mars again. But here we're at Mars in Sagittarius, which is the canoe. And honestly, that's kind of like an intermediate between the first two cards. So definitely I'm saying the end of the month is a great opportunity to not compromise. You don't want to compromise on any part of your dreams or your passions, but to integrate each of them, to do some alchemy, to see how everything fits together, some temperance and some discipline, some balancing, to see how they flow together. And the canoe is really about forethought. So if you take anything away from this video, that's the question to be asking. How am I thinking ahead? How am I feeling ahead? You know, a lot of these cycles may come up for you, Sagittarius, where you get very much excited about something and don't find yourself investing deeply in it in a sustained way. So this is an opportunity to notice that. It's January. You have a whole new set of energies in 2017 to work with, and that's very much showing up here. But you'll need to stop and think and feel and reflect and just be with what's coming up for you. And I know that that's not the most exciting thing for you, Sagittarius, but definitely take that time to really slow down. Really slow down. Don't rush into everything. Or at least if you rush in asking questions, rush in, not with doubts, but investigating how it fits together. That's really what this is talking about. So everything that you do right now, ask what its position is over the long term. And with that forethought, coming back with the canoe at the end of the month, you may very well find yourself in a position to have integrated something very successfully into your life that is passionate for you and has that initial force, but continues to support you and continues to make emotional sense and feel right for you. So pushing past just what's most exciting or alluring or attractive to you right now, and being willing to ask some tough questions about it. That's one way. You don't have to work with those energies, but that would be the most energetically supported right now for the month of January. That's what energies are coming up to support your work and your dreams. So yeah, just remember to slow down and feel through things and think about how they fit into the larger picture. Alright, so thank you so much for taking some time to be with me, and also especially to take time to be with yourself today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them and see what we can do to serve you, even if that's a more personalized reading for you specifically. Yeah. And until next time, with love and light, Amani.